Good morning, everyone. I'm Linda Forte, Chair of the Michigan Gaming Control Board, and I am joined by Board Member Lambert Bounds, Board Member Thrower Davis, and Board Member Evanson. Board Member Palms will not be present for today's meeting. We have a quorum to proceed with today's meeting to decide various matters listed on the agenda, and there will be an opportunity for public comment later in the agenda after the business portion is completed. Anyone wishing to address the board must fill out a request form, which is available at the reception table outside of the hearing room entrance. The first item we'll consider is the approval of the meeting minutes of the board's regular public meeting held on October 15, 2024. Board members have been provided with a copy of the prepared minutes of the board's last public meeting held on October 15, 2024 for review prior to today's meeting. Do members have any corrections, additions, or deletions to the prepared minutes? Hearing none, Board Member Lambert Bounds, could we please have a motion to adopt the prepared minutes?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there support for the motion?
Support.
It's been moved and properly supported. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. The motion has passed. And we'll now move on to the Executive Director's report. Mr. Williams.
Good morning, Madam Chair, board members. The board has received a written version of my report for review, so I will summarize my report. Since the board's last regular public meeting, the following notable board-related activities and events have occurred. Staffing. Michigan Game Control Board has hired 2 new employees, and there have been no resignations. Are the new board members present today? New board members present? No, I'm sorry, board. New board staff, board members present. Any new board staff present today? Right, welcome, thank you for being here. Yeah, new board members, right? We finally have 5. The Gaming Control Board currently has 192 employees and 23 vacant positions. Ongoing efforts to fill the board's 23 vacant positions will continue until all positions are filled. A roster of the board's current staff, including the state police and attorney general staff assigned to assist the board in carrying out its statutory duties and responsibilities under the Michigan Game Control and Revenue Act as amended, are available in your packets for your reference as attachment 1. Operations. All 3 Detroit casinos continue to operate on a 24-hour, 7-day per week basis since the board's last public meeting. Occupational licensing. Since the board's October 15, 2024 meeting, the employee licensing section completed the required background investigations of 71 pending level 1 and level 2 occupational license applications, 30 level 3 renewal license applications, and 252 license renewal requests. I have already approved the 252 renewal requests and the 30 level 3 applications as recommended by the employee licensing staff. The remaining recommendations regarding the 71 pending level 1 and level 2 occupational license applications will be considered by the board today as part of your business agenda. Waiver of criminal convictions. Since the October 15, 24 public meeting, there have been 2 waivers issued. Minor citation. Since the October 15, 2024 public meeting, there's been 1 minor in the casino citation issued. In the board packets provided to you for this meeting, there's a revenue packet. In addition, a press release containing a detailed revenue report will be released today following the meeting. Budget. As of October 31st, 2024, total Michigan Game Control Board expenditures were $1,853,076.77. This leaves an unexpended balance of $44,991,223.93 in appropriated funding for fiscal year 2025. It includes funds for anticipated reimbursement to the Attorney General and State Police for requested assistance pursuant to the Act. In the report in front of you, there's a section on the activities of the Michigan State Police, as well as their number of open positions. Since the information includes confidential investigation of persons and crimes at the casinos, I'm not going to address them in a public forum, but please review them at your convenience. Fiscal year-end transfers. Board members, as we continue to close out our books for 2024, I wanted to share the wagering tax amounts transferred to the school aid fund from the various funds we regulate and audit. Casino wagering taxes to 3 Detroit casinos, commercial casinos, $99,801,613.49 of wagering taxes from table games and slot machines, $655,435.95 from the retail sports book, for a total of $100,457,049.44 to the school aid fund. Online gaming wagering taxes, $388,484,693.56 from the Internet Gaming Fund, $12,192,182 from the Internet Sports Betting, and $297,218.86 fantasy contests, for a total of $400,974,094.66, for a grand total of $501,431,144.10, all transferred to the school aid fund. In addition, the funds generated transfers of $4 million to the First Responders Fund, the First Responder Presumed Coverage Fund, which is funds used for wage loss and medical benefits to certain first responders. $3 million to the Compulsive Gaming Prevention Fund. This fund supports problem gambling, and the programs are administered by the Department of Health and Human Services. $3,715,000 to the Agriculture Equine Industry Development Fund. This fund supports horse racing in the state of Michigan. And $3,750,000 for the Don't Regret the Bet Responsible Gaming Messaging Campaign. So these are additional dollars that comes from those funds to support those efforts. However, $501 million went to the school aid fund from the collected taxes. Total wagering taxes paid to the city of Detroit from these funds were $264,847,000. $264,847,183.66. This does not include development agreement payments. So I think there was an additional $15 million in development agreement payments that went to the city as well. In closing, I would like to remind everyone that gambling in any form is for entertainment purposes only. If you or a loved one have a gambling problem, please call the state's 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER for assistance with treatment only. You also may visit our website at www.michigan.gov/MGCB for information on self-exclusion programs, including the disassociated persons list and the Internet Gaming and Sports Betting Responsible Gaming database, or call the Michigan Gaming Control Board's Responsible Gaming section at 1-888-223-3044. In addition, you may visit www.don'tregretthebet.org for more responsible gaming tips. Board member, this concludes my report. I am available for any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Any questions, board members? Thank you. Very comprehensive report.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll continue on with our business at hand. And the first item of business is to consider the Executive Director's and Casino Operations Division's recommendations regarding Level 1 and Level 2 occupational license applications. The board's employee licensing staff has completed the background investigations of 71 Level 1 and Level 2 occupational license applicants since the board's last regular public meeting. All board members have been provided with a copy of Exhibit 1, which summarizes the staff's recommendations to grant applications for the reasons specified in the related background investigation reports. Are there any questions? Board Member Thrower Davis, could we please have a motion to approve the occupational license applications as listed and recommended in Exhibit 1?
So moved.
Is there support for the motion?
Support.
Thank you. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? That motion has been approved and orders will be issued accordingly. The next item is consideration of the Executive Director's reports and Licensing and Investigations Division's recommendations regarding the pending supplier license renewal request of AJR Equities, Inc., Gold Star Equipment, Inc., DBA Gold Star Products, Halifax Security, Inc., DBA North American Video, Kimprint, Inc., DBA Progressive Printing, and Thomas Galloway Corporation, DBA Technologent. Each board member has been provided with copies of the reports for review prior to today's meeting, and each applicant was given notice that the board would consider its supplier license renewal request at today's meeting. Board staff is present to answer any questions board members may have regarding the request. And are there any questions? Board Member Evanson, may we please have a motion to approve the supplier license renewals as recommended?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there support for the motion?
Support.
It's been moved and properly supported. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion has passed and orders will be issued accordingly. The next item is consideration of the Executive Director's reports and Licensing and Investigations Division's recommendations regarding the pending request for approval of new key persons of supplier licensees 888 Atlantic Limited with new key persons Per Evold Weiderstrom, Stephen Henry Sheridan, and Sean Ernest Wilkins. Banash Technology Limited with new key person Trevor Anthony Edwards. Betfair Interactive US LLC DBA FanDuel Sportsbook with new key person Robert Coldrake. FBG Enterprises OpCo LLC DBA Fanatics Betting and Gaming with new key person Trevor Anthony Edwards. IGT with new key person Gil Rotem. Sportsbet Michigan LLC with new key person Trevor Anthony Edwards. Score Media and Gaming Inc., DBA The Score with new key person Anuj Danda. SDSV Gibraltar Limited with new key person Anuj Danda. Spectate Limited with new key persons Per Evald Weiderstrom, Sean Ernest Wilkins, and Stephen Henry Sheridan. VHL Michigan LLC with new key persons Per Evald Weiderstrom, Sean Ernest Wilkins, and Stephen Henry Sheridan. Each board member has been provided with copies of the reports for review prior to today's meeting, and each applicant was given notice that the board would consider its request at today's meeting. Board staff is present to answer any questions board members may have regarding the request. Are there any questions? Board Member Lambert Bounds, may we please have a motion to approve the applications for new key persons as recommended?
So moved.
Is there support?
Support.
It's been moved and properly supported. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? That motion has been approved and orders will be issued accordingly. The next item is consideration of the Executive Director's reports and Licensing and Investigations Division's recommendations regarding the pending request for approval of new key person of casino and operator licensee, Greektown LLC DBA Hollywood Casino at Greektown, with new key person Anuj Danda. Each board member has been provided with a copy of the report for review prior to today's meeting, and each applicant was given notice that the board would consider its request at today's meeting. Board staff is present to answer any questions board members may have. Are there any questions? Hearing none, Board Member Thrower Davis, may we please have a motion to approve the application for new key person as recommended?
So moved.
Is there support for the motion?
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? That motion has passed and orders will be issued accordingly. Is there any other business to come before the board? We'll now move into public comment. We're at the point in the board's meeting when members of the public may come forward and offer comments regarding the business of the board. I'd like to ask Ms. Coble if we've received any requests.
There are no requests, Madam Chair.
Thank you. So I'd like the record to indicate that there were no requests to comment. The board's next scheduled public meeting will be held Tuesday, December 10th, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. And next, we will consider a motion to move into closed session pursuant to Section 8H of the Open Meetings Act to receive notification of persons placed on the disassociated persons list since the board's last closed session. Since the board's October 15, 2024 public meeting, several applications have been received from individuals requesting to be placed on the board's disassociated persons list as part of their treatment for compulsive gambling problems under Section 25 of the Michigan Gaming Control and Revenue Act. The Act and Board Resolution Number 2001-06 require the board to be provided with confidential notification of the names of all individuals placed on the disassociated persons list since the board's last closed session. Board Member Evanson, may we please have a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
Thank you. Is there support for the motion?
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Any discussion? Hearing none, I ask Ms. Coble to take a roll call vote.
On the motion to go into closed session following this portion of today's public meeting, all those in favor say aye, opposed nay. Chair Member Forte,
Aye.
Board Member Lambert Bounds,
Aye.
Board Member Thrower Davis,
Aye.
Board Member Evanson.
Aye.
Thank you. That motion has passed, and we will now go into closed session. Okay, we're going to resume the open meeting. And the first item after the resumption is to entertain a motion to approve minutes of the board's October 15, 2024 closed session. Board members have been provided with a copy of the prepared minutes of the board's last closed session, which was held on October 15, 2024, for review prior to today's meeting. Do board members have any corrections, additions, or deletions to the prepared minutes? Board Member Lambert Bounds, may we have a motion to adopt the prepared minutes?
So moved.
Is there support for the motion?
Support.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. That motion has passed, and we'll now entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting. Board Member Thrower Davis, may we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Support.
It's been moved and supported. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. That motion has passed, and we are adjourned.